You're listening to the S3. I'm JD. She's Lady M. On this show, we're going to try and figure out how to get an ailing / injured Phoenix Suns team back on track as they host the New York Knicks in downtown Phoenix, just a couple hours away. Also, huge Big 12 matchup this Saturday for the Arizona State Sun Devils as they take on 14th ranked BYU. Basically, with the opportunity to write their own ticket to the Big 12 championship. They win this game. That is huge. And I will be there, as always, on the field pregame, up in the press box for Sports Media X, calling all the big plays as well during the game. Cardinals, Arizona Cardinals as well. We're going to talk about them. They travel to the Great Northwest. Kyler Murray and company try to add to their current 4-game win streak when they take on the Seattle Seahawks, who are currently sitting at 5-5, just a game back. Plus, what are the top 5 Christmas movies that are a must watch this coming holiday season? All that and more on this episode of the S3. Lady M, how you doing?
I'm doing good.
You actually had a work day today. I kind of had a slack day today. Is your work day over?
No, I got a little more to go back and fuss, but all the big work stuff is done.
That's nice. You know what else is done? Your reign on this program. It's actually, we didn't do a show last week. I actually retook the Golden Bragger Award from Ms. Lady M last week.
Yes, he did.
And they retained it 2 weeks, but still have not reached the 3 wins in a row that she has. 3 weeks
very, very
straight.
Excited to get a chance to have his trophy back.
Yes. If I don't at least tie your record, your win streak, then yeah, we got issues. So let's move forward. What's first?
Headlines and horrible dad jokes.
All right. Excuse you. Headlines and horrible dad jokes. Headlines might be horrible. The dad jokes definitely are. Headline number 1, Cardinals quarterback Kyler Murray is ranked 8th in ESPN's quarterback power rankings. Lamar Jackson is number 1, followed by Jalen Hurts, Josh Allen, Joe Burrow, Jaden Daniels, Brock Purdy, and Baker Mayfield. Other notable QBs on the list are Jared Goff, who's in 11th, Patrick Mahomes in 14th, CJ Stroud is 15th, and Geno Smith is 18th. For the Pats, Drake May is ranked 22nd, but he is ahead of one only, Aaron Rodgers, by 1 spot.
All right.
Number 1 overall pick in the 2024 NFL Draft, Caleb Williams, is ranked 28th.
I almost want to question how they're even doing the rankings if they've got all of these people above Mahomes and Stroud.
Well, I mean, you can play well and not be the best.
I suppose that's very true.
This season,
if you have enough of a good team make it up for it, then it's going to come out awesome no matter what.
Individual power rankings is based more off of what you do individually. And
right.
The Chiefs have a very good all-around team.
Yeah, they do. So do the Texans. They got a pretty strong baseline following CJ Stroud there.
They're pretty good.
That does make sense.
I do like the fact that Aaron Rodgers is behind
Drake May. Yeah.
That's funny.
It is kind of funny.
All right. What do mermaids use to wash their fins?
I have no idea.
That would be Tide. Same stuff that I use.
Tide.
Don't eat the Tide Pods. That was
for the love of God.
Stupidest things. Oh my God. Headline number 2, the New York Jets have fired their GM, their general manager, Joe Douglas, after just 5 seasons on board. Jets are just 1-6 since firing head coach Robert Saleh, who had a 2-3 record when he was fired.
It was not all Saleh. They can't put all of that on him. Whatever's going on with that team is a lot more than just one dude, as is proven by their fantastic record since he left.
I mean, the blame can definitely go a little bit on Aaron Rodgers. I mean, you've got not one, but 2 number 1 wide receivers
Yeah.
in your rotation. You also have a pretty damn good running back, but I was looking up the stats this morning because you know how I am with stats, because stats are back. The offensive line for the Jets are ranked like 21st overall in run block win rating and 7th overall in pass block win rating.
Yeah.
Means they basically suck.
Yeah. Well, and I don't know.
Yeah.
Like, they've had a lot of weird knee-jerk reactions this season. Firing Saleh when they did was a knee-jerk reaction. Now, firing the general manager at this point in the season, how is that one way or the other going to help them? It's not. It's just chaos. But
they're just looking for somebody to blame that's
they're a
not
mess.
named Aaron Rodgers.
Right.
I don't think it's all Rodgers' fault though. Like if you don't have time to throw the ball, I mean that if you consistently play after play, have people breathing down your neck, that's going to affect how you play. So the same thing for the Patriots. Like, look, everybody's saying, well, the Patriots need a number one wide receiver. The stats that I just gave, 27th and 21st for the Jets, the Patriots are dead last in both of those categories.
Right.
Means they're worse at pass blocking and they are worse at run blocking. And you think a number one wide receiver is going to fix that?
No. No. We got to be able to stop the other team before. Yeah.
You know, I was going to try an almond diet, but that's just nuts.
Yes. Yes, it is.
All right. Headline number 3, not to mention, I think it probably make you like constipated. Headline number 3, Arizona State's big win on the road against number 16 Kansas State means they could write their own ticket to the college football playoffs. Will they win this weekend against number 14 BYU? ASU is currently ranked 21st. Their first trip inside the rankings of this season.
Very cool.
Again, I'm going to be there. I'm going to be on the field pregame. I'm going to be up in the press box. I'm going to be calling all the big plays. You can follow me on the Twitter, or excuse me, on X at SmartSide, SMAAHTSID. I'll be calling all the big plays live from Mountain America Stadium Saturday night as I sit in my cozy press box with my free food.
And for as even as those two teams' records were, they just ran up one side and down the other at KSU like it was nothing.
Oh, it was awesome.
We watched that game. It was a murder.
It was awesome. Second half they came back, but I mean Arizona State basically locked that away in the first half. I do want to stand corrected on one thing I said Saturday night. That's actually Saturday afternoon game. So the sun won't even be down probably by the time I get home. Maybe it will, maybe it won't. All right, what's next? Okay, so the other day I bought a thesaurus, but when I got home and opened it, all the pages were blank. Now I have no words to describe how angry I am. All right.
Lots of words.
Stupid. Headline number 4, Lakers rookie Dalton Knecht hit 9 3-pointers last night, which is an NBA rookie record in LA's win last night against the Utah Jazz. Knecht finished with 37 points on the evening. I'm telling you, like, he's already on like a revenge tour. He may not be saying it. He's saying all the right things. But when Bronny James came out getting way more headlines than he did. He was the SEC Player of the Year.
I was just going to ask you if he's the real rookie.
He's the real deal rookie.
Like the one they're actually going to keep on the team and play with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bronny James did not play last night due to illness. They're getting ready to ship him out anyway if they haven't already started that process.
Yeah.
It was all just an immediate thing to bring Bronny James on. Dalton Knecht has proven for the last 3 games, at least, that he was a starter, that he is a legitimate like NBA rookie.
Right.
I was a fan of his before he got signed. I'm really not a fan of his now because he's on the Lakers. But anywhere else, I'd be like, man, this guy's awesome. But he's a hell of a shooter. He proved it last night, and more of that to come for Dalton. So why don't football players wear glasses?
I don't know.
It's a contact sport. Get it?
I do.
Contact. All right.
I
All
do
right.
get it.
What's next? That was terrible.
Temperature of the suns.
All right. Right now, I can barely feel the temperature of the Suns. The Suns
Yeah,
currently sit sixth
they're having a
place
struggle.
in the Western Conference. They have lost 4 straight and 5 of their last 6.
Mm.
They take on the Knicks tonight at home. That game is on ESPN. Suns currently in a 6-game homestand. They still have the Knicks tonight, Lakers on Tuesday, followed by the Nets, Warriors, and Spurs before they head back out on the road.
Okay.
So,
Well, tough
couple
games in there.
games there should be like to where they can win, but
Yeah, I got a
as
couple
of
of tough
right now,
ones
the
too.
biggest storyline for the Suns is that they're just injured. You got
Yeah.
Bradley Beal, he's out with calf.
Mhm.
Josip Nurkic, who is day to day, he's questionable for tonight's game with an ankle injury. Kevin
Right.
Durant is out. He's got a left calf strain. That was going back to November 9th. He could miss another week or so. Might make it back for the game against the Lakers on Tuesday, but I'm not seeing it. Also, don't forget Colin Gillespie is out, the second year guard with the right ankle fracture that he got back on November
2
12th. He'll be
calves and 2
reevaluated in like 3 weeks.
ankles. That is a lot. That is a lot of first stringers for a team to
Yeah,
be
so they're
down.
back. The Phoenix Suns is basically back to like the Phoenix Suns of 5 years ago, where it's just here, Devin, have the ball. Let's see how many wins we can get.
Right.
With
Fingers
no
crossed
help
that he could
at
carry the
all.
team. Yeah.
Yeah. So no bueno on that. So they'll take on the Knicks tonight. I expect the Knicks to win in that game. What's next?
BYU versus Arizona State. What to watch for?
All right. If you go into the game, don't forget to wear gold. I like gold.
Gold game.
Gold. Gold member. What was that? That was gold member, right? Mike Myers?
Probably, yeah. That was definitely Mike
So
Myers.
we're wearing gold. The time is 1:30 p.m. kickoff. Location again, Mountain America Stadium. Tickets for this game around $350 a pop to sit
Wow.
up top.
Wow.
And that's going through the sundevils.com and clicking tickets and $350 a pop for this game.
Yikes.
Like you can go to an Arizona Cardinals game, like their next home game, cheaper than what the cost is for a ticket to go to Arizona State.
Now. Good Lord.
Wow.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Whoa.
Yeah, I think we could get both of us tickets to a Cardinals game for that.
Well, the Patriots are coming up, so let's talk that over.
Yeah.
Arizona State's currently in third in the Big 12 conference behind number 14 BYU and number 16 Colorado. They are a perfect 5-0 at home this season. Key players to watch for Arizona State. Obviously, you got to start with running back Cam Scatabo. He's got over 1,000 yards rushing already, 11 touchdowns. He's also thrown in 31 receptions for 448 yards and another 2 touchdowns. If he didn't miss a game, he would probably be in the Heisman talk. It's awesome that he has been doing this season. You also got freshman wide receiver Jordan Tyson, who had not 1 but 2 touchdowns last week at K-State. He's got 58 receptions on the season for 833 receiving yards and 9 touchdowns. And let's not forget the other freshman quarterback, Sam Leavitt, 1,906 passing yards for 17 touchdowns, only 4 interceptions. He also has rushed the ball 78 times for 348 yards and another 4 rushing touchdowns. So we actually have – we're going to be spoiled because we have Leavitt and Tyson that we're going to be able to watch that connection for at least another couple years.
Yeah. So, I'm excited to see where Levitt's career is going to go because, my goodness, what a promising start this kid has had.
Oh, yeah.
He's a rock star.
BYU, you're looking at quarterback Jake Ratzlaff, 2,283 passing yards, 19 touchdowns. He does throw the ball away quite a bit. He's got 8 interceptions on the season. He's also been sacked 14 times so far through 10 games. He's 78 rushes for 312 yards, also 4 touchdowns on that route for Ratzlaff. So similar to Leavitt, he's not afraid to pull it down and take off running. You also have running back L.J. Martin, 501 rushing yards, 5 touchdowns, 6 receptions, 56 yards, 2 touchdowns. And then you got the duo on the outside, wide receiver Chase Roberts and Darius Lassiter combined for 80 receptions, 1,235 receiving yards, and 8 touchdowns. So that Sun Devils secondary definitely going to have to step up. BYU's defense, led by Jacob Robinson at cornerback, he's got 3 interceptions. They have 18 interceptions on the season compared to ASU's 11.
Right.
So that is a ball hawking secondary. Hopefully, though, we can kind of take that part of the game if Cam Scatabo, aka the Scat Man, as I call him, does his thing. If he has 150 and 1 to 2 touchdowns, I say Arizona State wins this game. So I'll be calling again all the big plays from the press box on my X account at Spotside, SMAAHTSIDE. What's next?
Red Sea preview. Cardinals at Seahawks.
All right. So the Arizona Cardinals, sitting at 6-4, head to the Great Northwest to take on their NFC West rival, Seattle Seahawks. Seahawks currently sitting at 5-5. Cardinals are coming off their bye week. They won 4 straight up to their bye week after starting the season 2-4.
Right.
The defense has definitely stepped up over the last 2 games, only allowing an average of 7.5 points per game, while the offense has averaged 30 points per game. After starting out 3-0, the Seahawks have actually lost 5 of their last 7 games.
Yeah.
They did beat the 49ers on the road last week. Cardinals quarterback Kyler Murray is starting to get some MVP attention with his 75.1 quarterback rating and his 4-to-1 touchdown to interception ratio. Murray will be going up against the Seahawks' 18th ranked passing defense. Seahawks also have the 27th ranked rushing defense. So look for a good game for James Conner out of the backfield as well. On the other side, the Cardinals defense is ranked 25th against rush and 14th against the pass. Key player in this game, I've already mentioned him, is James Conner. That defense has got to shut down Walker running the ball for Seattle. Quick shout out before I have to hate him.
I legitimately thought
Go ahead.
I legitimately thought the Seahawks had a better record than that so far. I'm a bit surprised to see that they're like 50-50 right now.
Well, they started out 3-0, and then they lost 5 out of their last 7. We do want to give a shout-out to a friend of the program, Jackson Smith and Jigba, and as well his big brother, Kanan Smith and Jigba, friends of ours, friends of the program. But, hey, we can't really cheer for you. We can cheer for you, but we can't cheer for your team. That's how that works.
Yeah.
So hopefully Jackson has a good game and Seattle still loses.
Nobody else does.
Yeah,
Seattle side, anyways.
What we're looking for. What's next?
NFL Week 12.
All right, we talked about one game. Let's find out what the rest of the schedule looks like, starting with Thursday night. Solid game here. Not really. It's Steelers 8-2 at the Browns 2-8. I do not see any way that Jameis Winston leads the Browns to a title here, or to a win against the Steelers.
No. It should be a murder.
Against TJ Watt. I am loving, by the way, the Watt commercials lately. All commercials that have the Watt brothers on them. The one where where JJ's in Dick's Sporting Goods playing around, and they reference like 3 or 4 Christmas movies. And then they've got the Peloton commercial where the two are always going at it, on the treadmill.
For their exercising.
So you've got the Watt brothers, you've got the Kelsey brothers doing everything. Who's next? Maybe the Smith and Jigba brothers should start doing stuff. We'll see what happens with that. Sunday slate at 11 a.m. The Vikings at 8-2 are at the Bears 4-6. This should be an easy win for the Minnesota Vikings. Speaking of easy win, the Lions at 9-1. Actually, this could be a little tougher than they think, because the Lions' defense is not as good as their offense. And they're going up against the Colts and Anthony Richardson. The Colts are 5-6. I'm still looking at the Lions in this one. I know you are too. We'll give our pick 6 locks of the week here shortly. The Patriots at 3-8 are at the Dolphins at 4-6. I would love to see the Patriots take this win,
I think we both would.
Doubt that they do.
they still have because all their injuries have been resolved on the Dolphins, so it's not looking real
Pretty
great
much,
for
yeah.
us.
Yeah,
But
everybody's back. So
yeah,
that offense should be running smooth. Probably Jalen Waddle, I'm thinking, is going to be. I know Tyreek Hill does his thing, but Tyreek Hill is going to have Gonzalez matched up against him.
yeah.
So I think Waddle will probably have a better game than Hill. We'll see what happens there. The Buccaneers at 4-6 at the New York Giants, who have benched Danny Football for their backup quarterback. Daniel Jones is no longer the starting quarterback. It's been announced that I can't think of his name, the Italian dude in New York. There's only one of them. He's taking over. DeVito. Thank you. Thank you.
Hey, you're welcome.
DeVito
Totally know what's happening.
Taking the reins there, but I think the Buccaneers can still pull that one out. Cowboys at 3-7 can't pull anything out, especially as they head into DC and take on the number one offense in the league, the Washington Commanders. The Chiefs, fresh off their first loss of the season, get a bye week, basically, as they go into Carolina. We're sorry you lost. Here's the Panthers.
Right.
Really? All right. The Titans at 2-8 are going into Houston to take on the Texans. The afternoon slate, the Broncos at 6-5. The Broncos have been playing pretty decent.
Well.
They are at the Raiders at 2-8. The Raiders have not been playing pretty decent.
Nope.
The 49ers, 5-5, 500 team. Geez, 10 games into the season. I did not see the 49ers being a 500 team. They do have a lot of injuries. Brandon Ayuk still out. He's done for the season.
It's just they were such dynamite last year, and they only made like minimal shuffles and things that should have put them even more.
They stayed
this
healthy
year,
last
and then
year,
they came out like that.
They stayed healthy last year. And they've got a tough matchup this week heading into Green Bay. They're taking on the Packers, who are sitting at 7-3.
Yeah, the Packers are killing it. So
that could be a game of the week right there.
Yeah.
The Cardinals, we already mentioned them, 6-4, heading up to Seattle to take on the Seahawks at 5-5. Sunday Night Football, the Eagles are at 8-2, taking on the Los Angeles Rams, sitting at 5-5.
Now, that would be an upset.
Right?
Not one that I believe in, but it would be a hell of an upset.
Monday Night Football, the Ravens at 7-4 at the Chargers 7-3. This is going to be a good game because the Chargers, their offense is decent, but their defense is top notch. I don't know if they can take down Henry, and there's a lot of weapons. Flowers, they got to stop, and they have a quarterback, by the way, named Lamar. That you have to kind of
really watch for. Yeah.
All right, so let's jump into it. The Pick Six Locks of the Week. Winner of the Golden Bragger Award for Week 11. Thank you. Very little, people. It is mine for the second week in a row, but still, I need this week to tie Lady M's 3-game winning streak that she had on me before I got this back. So this belongs to me. The S3 champion, of the week. All right, so that means you get to go first, my lady. Thursday Night Football, what are you thinking?
I already put us both down for the Steelers because I just can't see you picking the Browns. And I'm sure it's not going to.
You don't know me. You're not inside my AA. All right, so we've got the Steelers. All right, so let's kick it over to the Sunday Night Football game. The Eagles at the Rams. Can the Rams pull this one off at home? This is going to be a shootout. I believe
there might be like a 30% chance. It's not enough for me to bank on that, so I'm going to definitely say Eagles, but I can't rule them out 100%.
If Saquon Barkley wasn't scoring like touchdown after touchdown after touchdown, week in and week out, I'd say that this is a shootout and we'll come down to the last person. But Barkley's the X factor, I believe. So I'm taking the Eagles as well. Monday Night Football, Ravens at Chargers. Who you got?
This one is much harder. I think I'll go ahead with the Ravens, but I feel a little sketchy about that if I'm being honest.
You know what? I'm going to take the Chargers.
Okay.
I'm going to take Chargers at home. This is their coming out game that says we're actually legit. I think that defense is going to step up. I think Lamar throws 2 picks. Henry will still get in the end zone once, but I'm taking the Chargers Monday night. That's right. I'm going against you. I'm taking that Chargers defense, the San Diego, formerly San Diego Superchargers, that defense to force Lamar Jackson to throw at least one interception and lose on Monday Night Football. So you got the Ravens, I got the Chargers. That's going to be a great game. All right, go for your next pick. Who do you got? I know there's you're taking the Lions.
I'm taking the Lions.
You're taking the Lions at the Colts. That's going to be a lot tougher game. Yeah. Than people think.
They might fight for it a little bit, but I still think they're going to get there.
All right. So you're taking the Lions. I'm going to take the Commanders to embarrass the Dallas Cowboys.
Is it even an embarrassment at this point when it's become an expectation?
It's like beating up on the special needs kids. It's just wrong.
That's rude.
Yeah. I've never done that.
Let's say that with such a suspicious tone in your voice,
I've
sir.
never done that. Was that better? Was that more believable?
Yes.
I beat up on these special needs kids. Come on.
I don't know if I have a go wild game. A lot of these feel like cherry picking, no matter how I look at them.
There's like 10 legitimate cherry picking games in this one.
Yeah. I guess I'll take the Vikings over the Bears.
All right. You know what? Do I still have one more pick after this one?
Yeah.
I'm going to take the Cardinals then. I'm going to take the Cardinals going into Seattle and upsetting the Seahawks.
All right. Oh, I always like to do one that's at least a little risky, but like.
No, we're starting to cross those out. I mean, if you want, you can take the Pats. You can take the Pats over Miami.
I mean, I would love that to happen, but I don't believe in it. So, all right. Heads, Chiefs, tails, Texans.
You're taking the Texans?
And it's tails, so I'm taking the Texans.
So you're saying you're leaving me the Chiefs?
I'm leaving you the Chiefs.
What if I don't want to pick the Chiefs?
Then you don't gotta. There's other teams left still.
That's a stupid rule. The Chiefs, Chiefs at Panthers, I should be penalized 4 wins for even trying to consider this as a win.
So put you down for Chiefs?
Do I lock it in? They're obviously going to win, but
yeah.
You know what? I'm going to take something a little risky. I'm going to take the Patriots going into Miami with that terrible freaking offensive line, somehow, some way, pulling it out, and the Patriots win.
All right.
And if you wait 4 more seconds, I will change my mind.
That's it. That's the picks.
It's in. It's in. What's next?
Valley News.
All right. So what's going on with the other teams here, the other college teams? We already talked about Arizona State football. Let's talk about Arizona State basketball. It's currently starting the season 4-1. They host Cal Poly. That's right, the legendary Cal Poly, who's at 3-2 right now. Arizona State is favored in this game by 15.5, so more than 2 touchdowns in a basketball game. Yeah. Sun Devils are led by senior forward number 8, Bashir Jihad. Not Jihad, Jihad. He's averaging about 13 points per game, but has been lighting it up in AFCU's last 3. He had 22 points, 10 rebounds, and a loss against 6th-ranked Gonzaga. He also had 18 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists, and a win against Grand Canyon. My alma mater, Go Lopes. We'll talk about them in a second. And he had 20.6 rebounds in the Sun Devils' last win against St. Thomas, Minnesota. Cal Poly is coming into this matchup having won 3 straight, most recently against Seattle and Eastern Washington. So this will be their biggest test of the season by far. That game tips off tonight at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard, on ESPN Plus, 7 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. GCU, the Grand Canyon University, is back in action against the Knights. As I just mentioned, they're coming off their first loss of the season against Arizona State. So my alma mater, I think they'll still make the tournament over Arizona State, though. I think GCU will make the tournament. I don't see Arizona State making the tournament. They always fall apart. Hurley just doesn't have them running good at the end of the season.
Yeah.
So I got ASU to win tonight. I got GCU to win tonight. The Lopes currently sitting at 2-1. We'll take on UC Davis at 2-2. That game, again, is at 7 p.m. Mountain Standard Time on ESPN Plus. GCU actually finished last season a perfect 16-0 at home. They're at home again tonight and favored by 16.5. I'll take that. I'll take that line, minus 16.5. They do very well covering. All right, what's next?
What are the top 5 Christmas movies that are a must-watch this holiday season?
All right, so let's end it. Well, we're going to start ending our shows with a little off-topic talk. So the holiday season is coming upon us. Top 5 Christmas movies that are a must-watch. I'm going to let you go first. Give me one.
Okay, so I'm not basing this on anything other than my own preferences, and I'm dating all the way back to childhood, just to be clear. You always give me hell for this one. So
if you say Die Hard, I swear to God.
In 1980 something, like 85, 86, in there somewhere, Jim Henson did a Christmas Muppet special that aired on TV that is still probably my top Christmas film of all time. I love it. Yep, it had Sesame Street, it had the Muppets, it had Fraggle Rock, and Jim Henson himself makes an appearance, and lots of good music and stuff like that. And it always filled me with warm, squishy feelings.
Warm, squishy feelings, everybody. That's what we're here for. I'm going to go with Scrooge, which has absolutely zero warm, squishy feelings.
But it's very amusing. I like that one a lot.
I love Bill Murray in this movie. He is basically me around the holiday season. And then, like, on the very last moment, just like me, I kind of get into it. And that's it. But before that, like, I'm like, fire everybody. You guys are all worthless. I can't stand being around you.
I got to drag him kicking and screaming.
I'm sorry. How on that? So
I say that
is my list. What do you have?
But
next?
He's the one that's been bothering me for a couple of weeks about putting up Christmas decorations. So
because I'm just shocked that you haven't. Last year, she started putting it up like after my birthday in October. It may be a stretch, but I think I was pretty damn close.
I get through Halloween. I love Halloween.
But Halloween's done, and she still has not put up anything. It took her. She had so much stuff up last year. It took her till April to get it all back into boxes and back in the garage.
It was May. It only took me 2 days when I actually did it. I was just dragging my feet the whole time. That's why I'm grounded this year.
Oh, you're grounding yourself. I'm a little disappointed in you. Very disappointed. All right, so what's next on your Christmas movie list?
Number 2 is probably going to be Elf. I watch that every year. I love it. Cracks me up. But I concur. What's your favorite color?
I concur. That's my number 2 as well.
Yeah.
One of my favorite lines in that is when he burps out loud at the table and then goes, "Did you hear that?"
Right. It's like shaking the walls and stuff.
I have been known to do that around the house when I'm crop dusting, Lady M. Did you hear that? She loves me for my mind, people. All right, what's next on your list?
The next one is probably still in the cutesy, heartwarming category, I guess. The Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, the little claymation one.
The 1967 version? 1967
Yeah, well, Burl Ives sings some songs for it and stuff. Freaking
where it sounds like the person's talking as Rudolph with his nose plugged the whole time. Yeah. Right. I got you. All right. So there's that one. I'm gonna go with another asshole around the Christmas time, and that's the Grinch.
Yeah.
But the one played by Jim Carrey.
Jim Carrey's Grinch.
I love Jim Carrey. It's almost like I would love to see like a Deadpool Christmas. Like, can we do that one?
Right.
So Grinch is number 3 on my list. What do you got next?
Number 4, well, we're already to National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. That's a must.
Did you peek at my list?
No, but I know that's on your list because we have already have the tradition of watching that together every year.
You have to watch
it's already a thing. So yeah.
Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas.
I love that movie.
Kiss my ass. Kiss his ass. Kiss your own ass. Happy Hanukkah. All right. I love that movie, National Lampoon's. All right. So what's last on your list? What is the movie that you absolutely have to put in that's not Die Hard?
I have actually been bouncing back and forth all day between either the animated Grinch or Bad Santa. I don't think I've had you watch Bad Santa yet.
That's Billy Bob. Billy
Yeah,
Bob Thornton.
Billy Bob
Yeah.
Thornton.
That Santa's on your Christmas list. Really?
Yeah, I love that movie. It's so
All
funny.
right.
It's a
Gives me a
Christmas
few
movie.
ideas.
It's got a
All right.
Christmas movie message. So
So your 5 were the Muppets,
yes.
Elf,
Yes.
uh, Bad Santa. Uh, you had you didn't say A Nightmare Before Christmas. That's like one of your favorite movies ever.
It is, but does it count? It doesn't count fully for Halloween or Christmas. It's kind of both. So I usually
Die
don't.
Hard is on a Christmas movie list. You can't actually have a movie on your list that has Christmas in the title.
It doesn't feel all the way like when you say Christmas movies, it's not the first thing I think of.
Okay, I'll
It
give you
was
that.
Rudolph and it was National Lampoons.
National Lampoons. I've got Scrooged, Elf, Grinch, the Jim Carrey version, National Lampoons, and I mean it's a classic, Fragile, A Christmas Story,
Christmas
ladies and
Story is a
gentlemen.
great one. Fudge.
It's also
Except
like
you didn't say fudge.
if you actually go back and look at how racist that movie is,
Oh my god, it's
and yet they're gonna air it 900 times.
It was to the time appropriate to the time period
Yeah.
that it was portrayed to be in, which was the past from even when it was made.
I want to get one of those legs and put it up in the office.
They sell little like desk lamps of them.
Yeah, let's do that. That'll be my
They're funny.
holiday situation. The list that I was looking at, Die Hard's on the freaking list. But at the same time, the Batman movie with Danny DeVito with Penguin,
Really?
they put that as a Christmas movie.
Okay,
like,
they're just stretching. For it to be a Christmas
no.
movie in my mind, it's not just that it takes place at Christmas time. It has to have a Christmas message of some sort in
Christmas
there.
message. So
Whether
Trading Places was also on the list. Trading Places with Eddie Murphy. Come on.
It rings a bell, but I'm not pulling it out of my head. You know how I am with the names. You'd have to
Dan
summarize the plot.
Aykroyd and Eddie Murphy. They trade places. The what are the brothers' names? Morton
Blues Brothers?
and Randolph or something like that. Duke.
John and Belushi?
You know what movie that we did? We watched last year. It makes it a black and white Miracle on 34th Street. That was actually pretty good.
Yeah.
That
I like
one was pretty
the
good.
older ones. The original Christmas Carol, the old black and white original Christmas Carol is pretty decent.
What about any of the ones by Tim Allen? The Santa Claus.
Santa Claus. I liked all of them. I thought they were funny.
Yeah, they were pretty good. I haven't seen those.
Yeah. The one my stepdad was obsessed with Polar Express, so I've seen it a bunch of times.
I haven't seen that one.
I liked the book. I always liked the story a lot. The animation is a little creepy.
Really?
Yeah, and they tried to like stretch the story.
That's the one where Tom Hanks is like the train conductor or something.
Yeah.
All right.
My stepdad
that one. Put it
movie.
on the list. What about Guardians of the Galaxy Christmas?
Since that's a Christmas special, that would count, yes, in my mind, as a Christmas thing to watch during the holidays,
Kevin
even though
Bacon.
it's in the Marvel.
Kevin Bacon. Love it. I love when they create the song to Peter, and they're singing the song, and like none of it is like Peter's like, no, that doesn't happen. No, that's not true.
All the things they make up about Kevin Bacon for him.
It's like, what? Now we got to watch that movie too. All right.
Yeah,
so, ladies and gentlemen, don't forget to follow me at SmartSide on X. I will be at Mountain America Stadium Saturday afternoon as 21st ranked Arizona State takes on 14th ranked BYU. They're undefeated at home. Can they pull it off? Oh, by the way, don't forget to wear gold if you're going to the game. Yeah. I actually went out and bought the only yellow freaking t-shirt I own.
It's for gold games.
I had to buy one with Sports Media X on it, just so I have something to wear to that game. Absolutely nothing to wear. Grinch, Jim Carrey. All right, have it on your list. Put it in the comments. So, what are your favorite Christmas movies that we did not mention? What's a must watch? Don't forget to put it in the comments. Until next Wednesday, ladies and gentlemen, I get to keep the golden bragger. Let's see if I tied Lady M and her 3-week win streak I'm at 2 right now. I need this week, and I did not pick all chalk. Actually, none of us did. Surprisingly, we'll have those picks
You went wild.
up on the S3 podcast page as well. Lady M, what is the final word?
Keep loving sports.